0.
Hi guys, welcome to the subscriber battle. I'm just going to adjust the screen so you can see my time a little bit. And today we're going to focus on transformation in the position, because I think that's one of the major differences between my subscribers, who are generally like 1200 Lichess, and me, I'm like 2000 Lichess. I'm going to try to talk about transformation of the position and how to sort of see it, how to visualize it. So let's bring this in. Get the screen looking nice for you guys. Right. Okay, so we're going to get a sort of Sicilian, because that's one of the main errors I see at the lower levels, guys. How does this transformation affect the end, like when going from like a middle game to an end game? Often it's a really big decision. You got to just know to take a little bit of time at that point in the game. But so we're playing 5-minute games. How many people is there in this tournament? I think there's 6 of us. All right, got a good turnout this week. Thank you everyone for coming along. So we're going to undouble our pawns. And now, what's this, guys? Bit of an alignment issue with the knight and king. But if we pin with the queen, they have got the dark square bishop to come and... Yeah, so we could go this, and if here, we go like this. We could take that and damage the structure. But I mean, this also forced this. Maybe we can win this pawn, because I think it forces the bishop to come out. That's a cheeky little tactic. And now we're going to be coming at these from both angles. So if this, or just straight up take the pawn. If take the pawn, can this knight could maybe go here. So maybe this first. But then the knight could jump back here and block the queen. So maybe we do go takes, but then the rook's hit. Ah, not so easy. I think this is best. Or this and just give up the pawn. Because then we get this. Yeah, we've got a better continuation. We can grab the pawn. But if they go this first, yeah. My queen's not getting trapped, right? We got that. Yeah, if this, we've still got this. Just worried about this pawn a little bit too much, I think. Oh, this guy's good. He's an 1800. Oh, and he's a 2000 rapid. Okay, so he's my level. All right, let's respect this guy. Ed2 knight. And I think I've got a better position. But... if this, we're hitting the knight. Surely this. We've not got much time, so I'm just going to play that. They've got this, but we take. Also, this is pinned to the rook. It's a bit cheeky for me. I think I'm winning, but we're up a pawn, and we've got this hanging, this pinned. But they are threatening this to hit the queen. But we take. I don't see what continuation they've got here. We'd also love to get the knight out and just get castled. But we're coming to that middle game position where we're going to start to be thinking about transformation into an end game. I'm just excited. I want to just focus on that today. It's a big thing. So we'd love to get back on this diagonal with the king, but this bishop is annoying. But it's an undefended bishop, so we've got this weird thing where we could put the queen here and sort of attack the bishop. So that defends the knight. It's a good move, I think. Ah, it's annoying. This, ongoing pressure on the... That also steps out of this alignment issue. That sort of solves all the problems, actually. A bit annoying. This. I think this looks nice. No. They get this fork. So I think we just go here. Protect it. Oh, but then my bishop's not very active. Ah. This, they get this. I don't know. It's a great move. Solves all the problems, that pawn move. Very annoying. We wanted to come back anyway, because this unleashes the bishop, I think. Maybe we go like that and trade a rook. They're very active with their pieces, so I've got to get castled. I've got to be a little bit careful here. These pawns are going to crack. Yeah. I thought I had something there, I really did. This guy just found the precise defensive ideas. We've got this. Worrying about this, but we go here. Maybe this and this. But this does weaken this pawn here a little bit, but queen still defends. So yeah, this guy's got slightly lower on the clock. We have got an increment, so we can get a little lowish on time and still win. But I really want to apply time pressure to this guy because he's good, so I don't want to speak too much. So if this looks nice, don't see why not really. Maybe we're targeting that. Maybe we develop and hit the knight. Then try and remove the defender of the rook. I like this. I like this opening up of my light squares here. And I like opening up this pawn. Targeting that weak, isolated pawn. And now we're solidly ahead on time. Feeling a bit better now. Oh, they jump in. Oh, surely not. Here? Surely this doesn't work. Pinned? I mean, everything's pinned. What do they do? This doesn't work. We take. No, surely not. The bishop's too strong. No! The bishop's way too strong. This is sort of a bit loose as well, once we remove this defender. I guess this. But then here, kick the queen. And how do they defend? How do they defend the knight? What a bishop. Don't tell me that's 3-point bishop, guys. Skewering everything up. We just need to... I'd like to play that and that. Honestly, if queen comes in, I think it's just over. They sacrifice. This. Oh, so which one do we take? If here they get an active knight... If this, there's just another piece hanging and we're trying to remove the defender. So I think this is better because it's got the dual threat. Whereas this, we still have a dual threat, but I think this is more of a, it's like a triple threat almost. Seems more threatening. Yeah, because now we're threatening this. Maybe rook takes. But then they've still got two pieces hanging. So we take, and that removes the defender of the rook, but this still defends. And we're up material here, so why don't we try and trade queens? Don't see why not. They defend this. So now we come out, try and get castled. If this, they can take this. If here we go. Here, they've got nothing. So I'm just going to get the final piece involved, I think. Get castle. I can castle, so that's nice. Up a piece, 2 minutes. Up on time, up on material. Very happy. There's sort of an alignment issue here, but I don't see how they exploit that. Let's get castle, try and trade here. So if we take, we lose the queen. This, though, hit the bishop. Threatening this. Although if takes again, we lose the queen. That would be an undefended knight here. This. Or this. Going after the rook. Or just this looks solid. This is more material though. Honestly, I don't know what they do. This does allow the rooks to coordinate though. So we take that, but then, yeah, the rooks coordinate. Then we can maybe hit the queen at some point in the future. Like that. Check. Looks good. We're still ahead on time. We're up a piece. Let's pin. Yes. We're pinning. We're also supporting this move. Even if the king moves, we can still play this. It's got two defenders. Queen and rook defend this B square, right? Yeah. So everything's defended, right? So we're trying to trade off material now, guys. I think I like moving the queen here because it threatens maybe this pawn. Okay, we take. And again, same tactic. No, same tactic doesn't work because it's no longer pinned. This. Going after this pawn. We're ahead on time. Tense this game, guys. Really tense. Maybe they play like this. Oh no, I don't think they can do that because now our queen rook come in. Check. Winning this pawn. And then, yeah, I don't see what they've got. Up 3 points of material. Their king is wide open. Feeling pretty good here. A check. A check. There's a check here. Queen. We want to bring the rook in. Like this. Hit the queen. Pressure. They go to a dark square. There might be some sort of fork ideas. Forking the king in. That stops this check. But we've got this check. Okay. 1 minute 10. With increment. So now the bishop gets involved. And this looks pretty nasty for my opponent. Aha, there we go. Okay. The king and queen are now skewered. So that should just speed things up. You can maybe resign this guy. I wouldn't mind it if he resigned. Here. Setting up some revealed attacks. They push, they lose. We go... we need to bring our own pawns. He's going to make this very awkward. So let's start pushing. Can this guy please resign? I really don't want to play out this whole endgame. This. Oh no, that can't be good, right? Check. It's actually okay. Wins this pawn. They push their pawn. I'm going to be able to just... I think I just start pushing, right? Cover this square here so we can just sack the bishop. Maybe they try and cover up with the rook. Just sack this bishop, we don't care. Still up material. And we bring the king in. It can give a check, but we just progress the king further up. And now everything's protected. We're pretty happy. Let's try cut their king off, though. Oh, we just push this pawn here. Okay, feeling happy. They're gaining on time, and they're really trying everything they can. And just keep pushing. And we can cut their king off here. They come in, but we've got this. They can come win a pawn, but we've got this. They go in for some sort of stalemate. They've got this square. What happened? He resigned? Okay. That was a tough first game, guys. 30 minutes left on this tournament. That was nasty. Did not enjoy that end game. Just feel it. I could feel he was pretty strong, but I got a better position out the opening. Okay, so Pac-Man is a solid 1500. I've played him quite a lot of times before. It's going for this big clamp thing, which does open up the dark squares. So I'm going to go for a little dragon setup, taking advantage of these dark squares. Right, we need to talk about transformation. I got very boggled down in that last game. So here. If takes, we close off my own dark squares. The whole reason I put this bishop here. So I don't want to transform the structure like this. Because if pawn here, there'd be doubled pawns, and I'd have to really reinforce. Put pawns on these squares. Shut down my own bishop. So I'm going to go for this instead. Or this and here is the question. Here. Looks okay. Maybe this pawn's a bit weak. Whereas this, I think the engine normally recommends just this. Blocking in the dark square bishop temporarily. So they're threatening that. So maybe this. Or just get another piece out. Just going to go bishop here. It doesn't look great here. It's not a pin or anything. So yeah, they're definitely going to play this. So I'm going to play this. I'm taking towards the center. I don't want them to remove one of my central pawns with one of their flanking pawns. So I can kick this, or I can just get castled. I think castle is fine. They're going to try and trade off my dark square bishop. I can go like this, though. Slide the rook over in order to pivot the bishop back a little bit. And it's always going to cover this mating square. You know, even if they bring the queen in, there's no mate. And it still retains this pressure on the diagonal. So a multifunctional bishop we're going to get here. So the only downside of this bishop move is that we've not got this square any longer for the knight to move. So they're getting a bit aggressive with me. So this, target their bishop. Yeah, looks good. Target this, pivot round maybe, get the other knight involved. If captures. 4 minutes left. This guy's playing very quick and very aggressive, so respect. Oh, but he's just giving me his bishop. Okay. And now I can kick the queen. Might as well. Yeah, let's do it. Then this pawn's going to try and crack into the structure, but we can take... We want to get my pieces a bit active now, guys. We want to start to try and allow some pieces to come and defend. And maybe trades are better for me. Because their king's never going to be safe. Long term. Like, it's always going to be in the center. So if we could trade off a couple of pieces and just kill this attack on my king's side, I think that'd be nice. So maybe this now, trying to trade a knight. We'd love to maybe, thematically, you should try and crack in the center when they're cracking on one side of the board. So yeah, let's do this. Try and trade a knight. We'll get the bishop here. It'd be a beautiful bishop. Let's just pre-move that. So this is check. So we can take, or we can do this. Do you want to get pieces off the board? Let's take it. So if this, they're always threatening this pawn. If this, they're threatening two mates on this square and this square. Maybe this is better, but bishop does cover this square, so maybe this. Now I like this because it gives the king a little escape square. Also opens up my rook to attack their queen. We don't want to take this because it just opens up their rook and allows this expansion into the center with the double pawn reinforcing. So they're going to go for this. Oh, they don't. We can hit the queen, but then this still. So maybe this. It closes off my bishop a bit, but it does open up my queen, and I think that's probably worth it. Yeah, I think I've got to get my queen to this square. Check. Start defending. Also, rook here might be a nice idea. Rook on the 7th often like are really good for protecting these like key mating square pawns. I could go rook here and then slide back again. And then rook defends, bishop. Hopefully we'll reactivate this bishop in the future. But it's actually my light square bishop that's looking very nice now. Both bishops look good. Bishop pair working well. So this looks nice, but there's this setting up the mate threat again. But we go check, move, and... What does that do? That's a very weird move. I'd love to set up this. This looked good though. And this looked very solid. I'm just going to play that. But maybe they hit me with that. Oh, that knight looks strong, doesn't it? Maybe this. They take this pawn. I've got 2 minutes left. I'm not feeling very comfortable, guys, at all. Pac-Man's playing really well. Here, just putting the rook on an open file. They're not threatening anything, so let's do that. Okay. Their knight looks very strong. It's not threatening anything yet, though. But I'm going to put bishop here just to give me the option to trade it off. Keep me flexible. 2 minutes left. This guy's playing really quick. If this... Again, this pawn isn't covered. I'm just going to take that. It's causing a lot of issues. If this... I'd like to play that, but maybe up here. Aha. This seems like an idea. Okay, maybe I'm getting somewhere, guys, finally. To allow this and then this. So our plan was this, wasn't it? We can always defend this square. We're just being very defensive this game. And the king's in the center is really annoying me. I'm not attacking it. Maybe I should have looked for one of these pawn breaks. Aha, there's a check. That gets my queen involved. And then maybe this and this, or just this straight up. Yeah. Or this, trying to trade queens. And if they... Oh my god, look at all them wins I've had against Pac-Man. He's never beaten me. This is his chance. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom, guys. All them green ones. So if here and here, check. But then that removes the defender, actually. If they take, I take. There's a check, isn't it? But this... Trying to trade queens. No, they just take. Oh, but I take with a pawn. Yeah, if I take with this, they get the rooks in and it looks nasty. I take with the pawn. And I'm just going to have to play an endgame. A symmetrical, even endgame. So that's a pin. I can take and damage their structure. Did they go like that? Have I got any checks? No. So I wreck their structure and then lose the exchange. So we're slightly worse, maybe. They can go here. Oh no. Oh no, they had to go like this, takes, and they were in. Oh no, because I get this now. This is what I calculated in my head. I step out though? Or this? I think this. Then I just simply take back with the king. And then what? It's even on material, so I'm going to just be down the exchange, but with a slightly better structure. Yeah. They've got 2 rooks, but they're not going to be doing too much. But maybe this pawn break activates the rooks. Oh, God. If I get in here, this. They don't have to take. No, they don't. I think he's winning. This, they get check. I really don't know what to do here. I think Pac-Man's outplayed me. Here. Here. Push doesn't work, but it buys us some time. This? Or this? I don't know. Stepping out the pin, they have to take now. At least our king is mobile. We get rid of this pin. And this. To close off their rooks. And then we've got to somehow find some activity. So they're up the exchange and the pawn now. And they've corrected their structure. It's very bad for me. This. In order to get the king to just block off these pawns. Or here. Here? Ugh. This? Because I think rook and bishop are always going to defend. And then rook to the open file. Here. Come in. I don't know if I can nab a couple of pawns. Maybe under time pressure I can create a swindle. I don't know. But what happened this game? He just started attacking me, which is your best plan against a higher rated player. I think just start attacking him. Don't show any respect, guys. Oh, I didn't even see that check. Wins the base of the structure. We get a check. Can we win any pawns as well? I don't think so. Our only hope here, I think, is to just skewer a king and queen and rook. King and rook. This. We've got this. I like these pawns though. Maybe we can cause some mischief if takes. Get this pawn, got some checks, I don't know. We need to open up the bishop. This. They could just go after my bishop, but I go back. They go after a pawn. We go after this one. Try and push this pawn, maybe. Check. If only we could move this pawn and open up my bishop, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, targeting this. How do we've got to come back to defend against this pawn, I think. But then check forces me back again. Yeah, it's completely over. This. We don't get any more checks. That's a resign. That's tournament. Well played. GG, Pac-Man. He played... That was a really good game. I honestly don't know what he did wrong there. Pac-Man. How do we see that game? Here. All right, let's analyze this, guys. So this was all solid. And here, it doesn't like playing a dragon. So I sort of misplayed the opening. Don't play a dragon. Even though it looks good, it says you've got to play symmetrical against these two pawns. And this, I equalized. And this was fine, but I was always on the defensive. Here, I liked it when I got this bishop. Here, I thought it was fine. Taking, I don't know about taking there. It sort of opened them up. I just had no activity. All right, so we're in another game against Daniel. I just want to keep analyzing this for a second. So these rooks were just super powerful. Was it this bishop move that did it? Yeah, the bishop move was good, but it was already lost with the rooks. Right. Anyway, next game. Don't let them double the rooks on an open file against your king. Note to self. Daniel, what's he doing? What's he doing? I like Daniel. He's one of my oldest subscribers. Okay, so we've got this check. We've got this check. But they're not true gains of tempo because they come here. So what if this? That's quite a snazzy move, isn't it? I had the same game open in 2 tabs, so it was doing the noise twice. It was creeping me out. So this. I get an isolated central pawn, but they have no pawns in the center. I'm threatening captures. They don't take. I think that's a good move. What am I doing? Why? Just get out the open, you know? I'm messing around a little bit too much. That's a really bad move. Can't they just push again? Okay. So they've tempoed me, but what? How are you going to hold on to this pawn? Queen here? This is a very common thing, guys. When they play bishop out, go queen out and target this square. Try and win a rook. We're also defending this. We're also attacking this. So there's no way they could resolve all these issues. Just overextending a pawn there. It cannot be defended by this pawn, and there is no pawn in the e-file to defend it. So targeting the rook. That'd be our number 1 plan. Right. Oh no. So if this, they can come out, but then we take. Come out this way. They can come out here, and queen defends rook. Let's do it. They've not got a check, right? This looks a bit nasty. Creating an alignment issue. And it's a bit awkward because what do we do with our bishop? Maybe they just go for counterplay here. They could just let me take the rook, because if here takes rook, check. Here. There's no mate, is there? But yeah, it looks a bit scary for me. Hope you're all having a lovely day, guys, by the way. Grabbing this. So maybe I come back here to try and win this pawn, because this pawn is annoying. It's a pawn I should be winning. They have to play that pretty much, I think. Would that allow us to play this, but then they take? Here, hitting the queen. Queen could jump here or here, though. It wouldn't be trapped. What do we do? I don't like the fact I can't get my bishop out. It's making me really nervous. Okay, so they play it. I think back here is most solid. We're up a pawn. But maybe they bring the rook now. I could just grab this pawn. They could go here, forking my pieces, though. I think we come back, stay solid. They hit my queen, I've got this move. But then they get this, hitting the queen again, but then I take. Okay, hitting my queen. That's a great move. And if here they've got this. And my queen's almost trapped. Here, this, here. I don't see what they've got. Let's try it. Yeah, we'd like a queen trade, I think. We're up a pawn. We're going to win this pawn. Their structure's bad. But yeah, a bit scary. He's using a lot of time, but I'm a bit scared. So yeah, encouraging the queen trade. Pac-Man saying, finally win a game against me. I don't know if you can see the chat, guys. No. All right. Yeah, join the Discord if you want to join these subscriber battles, by the way. It's very relaxed. Don't matter who wins. And hopefully I can give some instructive stuff. So maybe, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that last game against Pac-Man, not gonna lie. He did play well, but this is a towel, by the way. I just got out of the shower. Okay, 1 minute left on Daniel's clock. You should not get more than like 20% down on time. 5 minute game and he's like 2 minutes down. Like 30-40%. Too much. That doesn't seem that strong. We can win this now, but they're preparing this. Okay, I get it. Maybe just develop another piece. If rook comes in, I've got this move. Can they win my queen? I don't think so. I need to just get a piece out. If this, though... No. Get a piece out. I didn't like the idea of taking and getting my queen and bishop skewered up. This is threatening, just takes. Takes, win the piece. So here, I didn't see what they've got in this position, but still threatening this. They take, might be the best move. Damage my structure. And then I really need to win this pawn. He's doing a good job of trying to hold on to it. Yeah, they take. It towards the center looked a little bit better. So, look at this bishop move though. Look at this alignment issue here. That knight is very loose. He's got to recognize that. It's like one of the main things I say when I'm giving lessons, guys. Just a lot of people have issues with leaving pieces loose. And yeah, a magnet for tactics. Okay, so if it takes... But then we're even on material. Yeah, it's not really good enough. Takes, this. I didn't really want a queen trade. If they take me, I'm fine. What if this, going after the bishop? A bit fancy. Yeah. I think I like it. Threatens this. Also, I'm trying to avoid a queen trade. This would fork the queen and the rook, but it wouldn't be a true fork, would it? Because of takes. Yeah. I could move the king, but I do want to win this pawn. I don't know who's winning here, but I mean, time-wise, I'm winning, so. So that allows me to step out of any... This is such a complicated game, right? So we can take this finally, I think. We don't have to put our queen in an alignment issue with the rook. We can take back like this. But actually, after takes. Well, no, we're fine, aren't we? Or this. Have they got any... They've got this, winning the rook. I think we take like that. They've got this. Regaining the pawn that they're down. Hitting my rook, hitting my knight at the same time. I knew there's something there. Trying to speed up. If this... So it's not a true fork. They can't attack anything else. All my pieces are on dark squares, and this we can just move. Yeah. So this hits the bishop. But it also puts our piece on an undefended square. I think I might play like this and this. Let's just start pushing in the center. We've got a big center. Our king will be more advanced. After... So if takes, we get an isolated pawn. That's a good move. We go like that, though. If here, we don't mind, I don't think. This isolated pawn, but we really need to get... okay, I don't mind this now. I think this is okay, because now we get the dark squares. Like Bosch. Or if here... Dark squares look nice, though. King still defends this. We probably want to play this because the rook's always eyeing the backwards pawn. They lock it in. What a move. Honestly, unreal. Fantastic move under time pressure. Locking in this backwards pawn as a weakness. So we take the open file, we're threatening this. Daniel very low on time. Resolves the issue, but we've got this check. We got this check here. Let's try it. Not sure, but it's a check. And then this can try and resolve everything, but they've got a very active king. This, are they actually threatening anything? I think we can just gobble these pawns. And now, if this check, the rook takes. But here, getting... what do we do? Let's get this rook involved, but I'm also a bit annoyed I've locked in my dark square bishop. I'd love another opportunity to remove this rook. Let's just keep checking, and something will emerge when your opponent's under time pressure. Sorry, Daniel. Right, so now we can move this and open up our dark square bishop, or this. Looks even better. Wins the rook, right? Yeah, really, really well played to Daniel. That's the best he's ever played. I've played him maybe 10, 11 times, as you can see by the by the dots there. So I think that's the last game. I know we got distracted. Maybe we didn't stay focused on talking about transformation, but you got to talk about where the position ends up. So I hope there's some instructive moments there anyway, guys. And yeah, cheers. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.